What's up, everyone? It's Maximilian, and we are starting to catch 'em all. At long last, we are closing out the series by catching all 151 Pokemon in the Pokedex. Now, I've already got a bit of a head start since we've already assembled quite a nice team and caught just a bunch of random ones along the way. But I'm going to fill it out in order, starting all the way from 1 and going all the way up to Mewtwo. So, first things first, I'm going to have to deposit some Pokemon in the Pokemon box because, as everyone knows, to catch Bulbasaur, you have to go to the daycare and pick him up where you forgot him about 8 episodes ago. So yeah, don't forget like I did. I can't believe that I actually thought about doing it just this now, but it took me this long to actually go get him, and everyone kept reminding me to do it, which is even more sad. So yeah, that's my absent-mindedness for you. And then whenever we do get a Pokemon that has evolved forms, I'm just going to either rare candy them or use stones to show you when they do evolve. Because there's really no point in trying to catch their evolved forms separately. It's just way too much time. Like, for this first chunk of, I think it was 31 alone, it took me about an hour and a half of recording. So it was a lot of time either running in grass or looking for a Ditto to Ditto Glitch with. So yeah, it was really dumb. Anywho, pick up your Bulbasaur that you catch from the daycare guy, and give it a few rare candies, and surely enough it will evolve into both Ivysaur and Venusaur. It just happened to be that it ended up on level 30, which was purely a coincidence because anything after level 16 will evolve into Ivysaur, and then level 32 is Venusaur. So it just happened to work out too perfectly, I guess. And we already have a Squirtle in the Pokemon box, so I'm going to go withdraw him and use some rare candies on him, get him into Blastoise mode. Yeah, boy. First he's got to go through puberty, like every Pokemon that evolves 3 times. Poke-puberty. Puberty power. If any of you get that reference, then you and I need to talk more often. That's just really bad. Okay, so now on to Weedle. I don't have one yet. There aren't very many places to find him, but the easiest place to find him is the Viridian Forest. And in blue version he doesn't pop up very often, so I did have to run around a little bit for him. Actually, this is red version, not blue. That's why he popped up so fast. I'm a little bit confused. Sometimes I keep thinking I'm playing blue and I have no idea why. But there are some Pokemon that show up more frequently in blue than in red, vice versa. Weedle happens to show up quite frequently in red, so this wasn't a big deal. Disregard what I said earlier. So then you just feed him a few rare candies and he evolves really quickly. Now let's see. I believe after this, since we already have Butterfree taken care of, we go on to Rattata and Raticate. And I think I have a Rattata in my box. I think what I did was I ended up catching one earlier to kind of give an example of how you can manipulate the Ditto Glitch, because Rattata's special goes up really slowly. So, yeah, there he is. There's the leftover guy I didn't care at all for. But Rattata on level 20 will evolve into Raticate. That completes that set. Now, you'll notice that I do have a Spearow according to this Pokedex. However, in order to get Farfetch'd, you have to trade Spearow for it. I managed to get that out of the way when I was in Vermilion City earlier in the walkthrough, so I have to get another Spearow before I can actually get a Fearow. You can get these pretty much anywhere, but I just picked Viridian City because it was close. And there's your Fearow. Next you have Ekans and Arbok. I really don't know why. My Pokedex said that I had Ekans. I don't know why it did, though, because I looked in every single Pokemon box I had and I didn't have one. I'm wondering if maybe through some, through me using the item glitch too much or doing something crazy that it actually tripped that? I don't know. But apparently the game says I have one, but it's lying, so don't believe the game. I don't have an Arbok, though, so I had to use some rare candies, and we have Arbok. Yay. Next one is Pikachu. You know I already have one of those, because I got one of those way back in the game. In order to evolve Pikachu, though, you have to have a Thunderstone. Pikachu is one of several Pokemon in this game that don't actually evolve by leveling up, but through special use of stones. But in order to get a Thunderstone, you have to go to the 4th floor of the Celadon City department store. They're not that expensive, but then again, nothing really is at this point in the game when you have Infi money. So yeah, buy yourself a Thunderstone, pop it on the Pikachu. And it isn't like Yellow version. If you actually try to do this in Yellow version, Pikachu won't let you do it. So you can't get Raichu in the Yellow version. It's a weird coincidence. I tried it thinking, like, if this works out exactly like the TV show, then this shouldn't be able to happen, and it doesn't let you do it. So, oh well, what can you do? Sandshrew, as you'll notice, doesn't show up on our Pokedex because Sandshrew is one of the Pokemon that you cannot get in red. It's one that you can only catch in blue. So, as you can see here, I'm trying to raise my Pidgeot's special stats. Unfortunately, some Pokemon will go up by certain intervals at certain levels and different intervals at others. Like that one, it was consistently going up two special points at a time. So I kept using Rare Candies thinking, okay, I'll hit 96, because 96 is the value I had to hit to get Sandshrew. But the minute it grew that level, it jumped up to 97 and skipped it. So what you have to do to be more careful with that is use Calcium, because Calcium will raise your Pokemon special by a set level. I think it raises it by 2 points for every Calcium that you use. But you do have a set limit of how many times you can use Calcium on a Pokemon. So use Rare Candies first to get it close, like within 4 or 6, and then use Calciums until you get it the special to where you want it to be. In that case, it's 96. So you're going to go to Cerulean City or outside of Lavender Town, whichever one you wanted to use, the Gambler or that guy. You want to fly to Fuchsia City. This is just where I left all the trainers in the game because this is where I can find all the wild Dittos. So it's just convenient to have the trainers here. The first thing you want to do is find a trainer. As I explained earlier in the glitch, I actually did it wrong the first time because it's been a while since I tried this glitch. I actually fought the Ditto first and then the trainer, and it came up wrong, and then facepalm. Realized I did it backwards, so I had to do it all over again. Another reason why it took me so long to record this and so long to edit it. Like, to give you an idea, this was 70 minutes long when I first recorded it, and now it's only about 9.5. That's just how much downtime there was in recording this. So, aren't you guys lucky that I'm not making you watch the entire 70 minutes? So, now you go up to these patches of grass right here, find yourself a Ditto. And I've actually found that it's easier, rather than to start with the Pokemon that you want Ditto to copy, just start with some other Pokemon and then switch into it. That way you won't risk killing the Ditto, and it will automatically transform once you switch. Do pick something that's a bit easy to deal with, though, because the first time I tried this, the Ditto kept using Confuse Ray on me. So pick a Pokemon that's not so annoying. I made that mistake, unfortunately. Now, when you kill the Ditto, go back to Cerulean City or Lavender Town, wherever it was that you initiated the glitch. And go on to the route. The menu will pop up like before. And you'll be fighting your wild Sandshrew. Now, if you are playing blue and not red, the game is exactly the same except for the Pokemon difference. This time you'll have to catch an Ekans using this method instead of Sandshrew. So, now that I got my Sandshrew, just gotta shove a few Rare Candies down his throat, and we get a Sand Slash. Ka-ching. In case you're wondering what all these pauses are for, I'm drinking a very delicious Pepsi. So, now you gotta get Nidoran, the female one. And speaking of Pepsi, the Pepsi here in Hong Kong is made with real sugar, not corn syrup, so it tastes way better. It's like adding a little pinch of cocaine to everything you drink. So good. So, Nidoran female versions are harder to come by in red. They are much more common in blue. It took me forever to find one, but they're very easy to raise. So, evolve it into Nidorino, getting it to level 16. However, you do need a Moonstone to get it to the Nidoqueen version. So make sure you've duplicated some of those, because you can't find too many Moonstones in the game. And that is the first 31 on the Pokedex. We're going to go for the next 30 in the next installment. So, I will see you guys later.